So there is, depending on who you follow and depending on who you read, there's a few different versions of the Pilates Principles. There's generally about 6 Pilates Principles. I'm going to go through about 7, and that's just my interpretation of it because it rolls easier in my head to have 7. The first one is really breathing. The second was really learning how to use your breathing, how to learn how to breathe well. The second principle is talking about your head and neck organisation. So really how your shoulder blades and your head and your neck sit on your body and how you then utilise them well. So, are you hunched? Are you in a good posture? Third principle is about shoulder stability. So it's about your shoulders and are you overusing them here? Again, very much in line with your head and neck organisation. Do you sit here? Or here is head and neck organisation. Shoulder stability is about where your shoulder blades and shoulders and arms work on top of that. The other principle that is used a lot is called axial elongation, and that's really talking about your spine all the way up to your top of the head. So is your spine in a nice line? Is it curved? Is it length? Or is it squashed? And axial elongation really is about the length and the height that you have in your spine, which when we have height, we have our core working. When we have this, we have a lot of compressive forces, which generally in turn switches up our core. Hence the principle that, if you are very, very strong and very much a gym person and you a lot of compressive forces to shorten muscles, you generally don't have a very good core in how we would accept a core to be, as in long and allowing you to move freely. You generally have a very robotic gym look core, which is a little bit different to how we term the Pilates core. Pelvic stability is really about where your pelvis is and how stable it is underneath you. So your body, your spine comes into your pelvic bowl, and when we're walking and when we're moving, we need good glutes and glute control and also some pelvic control to be able to move well. So we're not rocking side to side, we're not swinging forwards and back, and we've got good control for our legs to then sit and work underneath. Neutral spine is really talking about where your spine is in its natural state. Is your lower spine, because neutral generally is talking about your spine, lower lumbar or lumbar spine. So this basically rib cage down and how that sits well comparatively on top of your pelvis and also in relation to your body above. And then the other principle is a principle of body integration. So it's how all those principles then work in relation to one another. So what I'll do is I'll go through each of the principles and just give you a couple of examples, and then from there, as we're doing some of the exercises, we'll see which principle they relate to and also how those principles are important for then you building the next step of exercises on. So we'll talk about breathing, head, neck and organisation, shoulder stability, neutral spine, axial elongation, pelvic position or pelvic stability, and obviously how all those integrate.